Hello folks, my name is Leo and welcome to my nerd hole. Today I will talk about the third season of the Squid Game, okay? And I will give a synopsis here and give you my opinion. This is a review of this series, okay? But before I do that, first time here in this channel and you like this kind of content about movies, series, animes, and games, pop culture in general, leave a like here and subscribe here. It's really important, okay? And share this with your friends who like Squid Game like me and ask them to subscribe here, okay? Because my goal is to have 500 subscribers, okay? It's not too much I'm ask you, so give it the support. This channel needs your help, okay? So subscribe here and leave a like. Every like here, YouTube will recommend to 5 more people to watch my videos here, and who knows, they put their likes here and subscribe, okay? So let's talk about and so let's get this third season and the final season, like you see here. uh, they start where the second season finished, okay? That because it looks like the second part of the second season, okay? So because they could change the story from the second season, okay? So here, the protagonist here, the number player 456, okay? He needs to, they need to finish the games here, right? And he keeps doing these, refusing to play the games, right? So refusing the play the games there, and and but all the people in this story here, right? For example, all those people here, they they always accept that, right? So to have these because it's all about money, right? That so. And they always some groups here, there are two groups, right? The people who has these acts here and the people who has this circle here, right? So and the circle ones, they just to refresh your mind, when they chose the circle ones, they want to continue the games, right? They want the game continues, right? So add to chat more challenging, right? But the X ones here, some people refuse, right? It's all about money, right? So and of course, who wants to play the games wants to have money, right? And every time when a person die, uh, they accumulate money, right? So more money is coming. Okay, that and also here we have some protagonist here, like I said. So we have this guy here. He's the main character here, right? In the whole this story, right? That so just to refresh your mind. In the second season, he revealed himself. He revealed for everybody that revealed to everybody there. So yeah, he was the winner of the first season, right? That and everybody wants to know what's the next game, right? So and this and they break these expectations, right? So we have these break expectation, right? That was really interesting in the second season, right? Because you think like, okay, the first season, the first game from the first season was the same game the first season, right? The first game, right? So it's like one, two, three, right? So one, two, three, and stop, right? That and oh, that's okay. But the second game was different, right? So and this guy here, he thought what he thought was okay, well, I know what's the next game, but it was different game, right? So it's not, it was unexpected, right? It's not the game he was waiting for, right? That so that's just refresh your mind here. What's happening the second season, and we have new characters, of course. So we have these two here. It's very important. These two characters, okay, maybe three characters, right? Why she's holding a baby in her hands right there? Because in the second season, that person here she was pregnant, right? So and she was pregnant from that guy here, okay, that guy, and they were divorced. Let's put it this way. So they had a relationship before, all right, and before they go to this game there, right? And she in this third season that she has the baby now, okay, and this baby and Leo, why this baby is there, right? So the baby can participate, right? Can participate in this game. Yes. Unfortunately, yes. You put the baby in the game. Imagine you have this. That was really interesting for me. That to imagine you have a lot of people play the game, and in no out of nowhere, uh, we have a baby, and the baby needs to participate in this game, right? So how? We don't know, right? And I was thinking like that, and I think like really a baby in this game, right? That and it was really interesting once to watch, right? And really interesting to think about it. Man, those guys are crazy, right? Especially these because this the front man, right? The chairman of the whole games, the whole organization, right? That and and he said, this guy here, he said, okay, because one of these characters, one of them, they died. Okay, one of them died here, right? And actually, okay, it's a little spoiler here. So a lot of characters here died. Okay, a lot of the characters there. So and there's one winner in this game. One winner that. So and the second season we have three games, right? So we had three games there, and here we have the other three games. Okay, so for example, we have jump rope, right? So jump rope, right? So people have a rope, right, and go circle, right, and people need to jump, right, that, and there is a bridge there, okay, and they need to walk and jump at the same time, and while the rope is going around, right, there. So and that's why we have that and remember the doll when you see the first game in the first season, right? So they had now another toy, the big ones, to help her to do this jump rope. Okay, that. So I forgot to find the picture here, but I forgot to find the picture, but is that's the description. Okay, that. So we have two toys, big toys, right? Uh, they do this jump rope, right? And now and also we have some other characters here. Uh, they have a motivation. For example, that person here, she's one of them. Okay, she was one of them, the one of the guys who is working for the front man, right? And she wants a revenge, right? So because of her motivation here, since the second season, that she was here to find her daughter, right? So and her husband was killed. Okay, and she wants to find the daughter there, but she couldn't find it yet, right? That so that was her motivation in this story here. It's pretty good, pretty good story that. But there's another character. I'm not gonna put here the character because it's a police guy. Okay, so a police officer, right? So who will because because the police officer he is a brother of that guy here. Okay, so it's not so important that. Okay, so because I think when they introduce characters here, there are some characters they are not so necessary like that, right? Because there are three stories here, all right? So actually three stories about the games, all right? The story about that person here, and the story about the police officer, right? So who is after the front man, right? So that front man here, right? Yeah. So and the first season he had a shot, but all right. So that's happening the first season. But he was alive. He's still alive, right? And he goes after he goes after the front man because to stop all these organization, right? These games, right? Because people are dying, right? Because of the money, right? That so and here there's a lot of kind of decision, right? To make, right? So in this game here, what's the message here? You need to make a good choice, right? So a good decision, right? So and the topic here is people wants money, right? Because they have their debts, right? So the a red debt, let's put it this way, right? And they need to pay for that, right? So and every time there are some people they are so selfish, right? That and they don't care about other people, right? So or the baby, right? That so they only think about the money, right? So okay, wow, $1 billion, I don't know, right? That I don't know is won, right? So in Korea, they call the currency is won, right? So and here, so that's the discussion, right? So you have some players, right? So some people they care about money, some people they don't care about money. They just want to be alive, like this guy here. He never he never changed the decision. He always keep his decision, right? And the thing is about that. Some people only think about money, right? That so, and my question is, what are you gonna do with this money, right? So to pay your debts, because right, you don't have too much money to pay your rent or your I don't know, okay, and that's the message they put here, right? So so there are some people they are obsessed about money, okay, and there are some people they just want to live, right? So and why they are there, nobody knows, right? So they are there just for some people, right? For money, right? So when you say money, people you catch their attention, right? So for it's the same like I said. Can you help me here? That no, I cannot help you. That so, but if you it's like some examples here, right? So and it's the same here. The same example that so can you help me here? And the guy said no, no. But if I pay you $1 billion now, could you help me here? And he said, oh yeah, 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 $1 billion, right? That so it's all about money. Okay, that's all I talk about that. So the story is really good here. Okay, so it's really interesting that there are there are a lot of revelations here, so that's good to that you need to watch to know what's the revelations here. Okay, and actually there were revelations in the second season, and here we have more revelations. Okay, and one of these players win the game. Okay, so won the game here. He's a winner. Okay, that's all I need to talk about here because it's gonna be a lot of spoilers here. So okay, I don't want to give a spoiler. Okay, so one player here is the winner. Okay, but I will tell you, it's not that guy. Okay, that guy is not the winner again. Okay, so just to let you know. So it's one of the players there. So just but you will be surprised who is the winner. Okay. Remember I talked about the baby. So think about that. Okay. And it's a little spoiler. Okay. So I think I gave you the spoiler here, right? But it's a little spoiler. Okay. But how this player oops, how this player won the game, you need to watch it to see that. Okay, and but one thing is negative for me here is about the EDN of the story, right? So the EDN was too long. Okay, and they explain what yeah okay what's happening to each character in this season, right? That and. And the thing is going it's like 10 or 15 minutes to explain what's happening to each character there. So and I will give you one hint here. There's one famous actress here. She appears here. I don't know what is gonna happen here. I don't know if they will do Squid Game in the American version. I don't know. Okay, because there is one actress, pretty famous actress. She will appear here in the last episode. Okay, the last one, and let's say the post credit. Let's put it this way. Okay, and yeah, her name is Kate Blanchett. Okay, so and that person she appears there, but for a short time. Okay, not for a long time. There, but I don't know. Maybe the production is having some ideas for the next Squid Game. I don't know. Okay, but yeah, but the EDM was too long for me. Okay, I'm not gonna say it was really disappointed. Okay, disappointing, but it was not so necessary. Okay, that so but and they need to explain why Kate Blanchett, she's here. Why, right? That's why it's really uh, was not disappointing, but I think it was they missed explanation for that, right? So I don't know what their ideas or what they have in their minds to do. I don't know. Okay, but for the final season, I will give it 8.5 out of 10. Okay, there are some parts of the series here is like sometimes they took took long, right, to decide who will do this, who will do that, blah 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 blah. Blah. So that part I feel like okay, come on, man, decide it, right? So and they take long to decide who will do something that, right? But the games, I like the games here, so it's really good games, right? So good ideas, right? But just for these, they take long to decide who will do something, who will do this, that, and also the idea of the story was without explanation. Why this Blanchett is there, right? So in the post credit, right? So and I was like, what? Why she's there, right? So I don't know. Okay, so that's my opinion. But what about your opinion? Okay, that so put in the comments here your opinion about the final season here of Squid Game. And if you like this video here, leave a like here and subscribe. Okay, every like here, YouTube will recommend to other people, 5 more people to watch my videos here and put their likes here, and I'll probably they will subscribe. Okay, and share this video with your friends and ask them to subscribe here. My goal is to have 500 subscribers. Okay, I'm not asking too much. Okay, just subscribe here, just ask them to subscribe here. This channel needs your help. Give me the support. Okay, it's really important that. So yeah, it's really important. Okay, so that's all I need to talk about, and I see you in the next video. Okay, so see you. Take care.